Four corner fist in the air. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. How's the visual and audio quality? Karen M, welcome in. Right on, it sounds like you can hear me. I'm over here at Durango Public Library. I'm going to be picking up the book that I tried to donate to the library. It's called The Real Anthony Fauci. They rejected it. They said they're not going to take it for our collection at the library, so it's not going to be allowed permanently. And we'll go talk to them in a minute. Yeah, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, no problem.
This is what I do also. I'm doing a documentary right now, but yeah, edit, so.
Oh, okay.
I noticed, like, that's what I do.
Yeah, no problem at all. Good to see you, Karen M. Thanks for strong support. We are about to go in to get the book back that I tried to donate yesterday. It's banned book week. Yeah, so it's banned book week at Durango Public Library. And I'm gonna go pick up my book that they banned from the library. It's called The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So they say it's not banned because it's still available through the interlibrary loan process. However, they won't allow it to live in this facility permanently because it does not meet their selection criteria. That's what the director, Luke L.V. Henderson, said. I believe that's his last name. He's the director of Durango Public Library. Who's that? Let's go! Yeah! Thanks for joining. We're at Durango Public Library in Durango, Colorado. About to go ask them about the book, The Real Anthony Fauci, that they would not agree to purchase or to add to their collection as a donation. Either one. I know there's at least 3 of us who have requested that they purchase this book here for the collection inside the library. They have refused, and they say that it does not meet their selection criteria without giving any more information than that. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get the book back. They said they're gonna give it back.
Smile, Sherry.
Hello, let's go. I'll just show you the neighborhood. You can see Parents Peak over there. We got some botanical gardens over here. American flag, Colorado flag. Looks like the POW flag. Kristen M. Okay. Welcome, Kristen M. I just added you as a moderator, a standard moderator. Claire Wales, UK. Okay, one more time. My name is Adam Howell. Today is October 6, 2023. About to go into the library here to go pick up the book that I tried to donate yesterday. It's called The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Wanted to donate it to put in the collection. However, the staff has declined the donation. The reason I tried to donate it this week is because it's banned book week here at the library. They have a display in here. So it's really important that this book be added to the collection here because it's controversial. It's written by a presidential candidate and it's got matters of strong public interest. However, the staff has declined to add it, saying that it violates the selection criteria. So we're gonna go talk to them about that and try to get the book back. Welcome in, Donnie Mullis. Yes, please. I'm here to pick up a book that I was told would be waiting for me here.
Yeah. Have you checked over in the whole shelf over here, the man?
No, I'm not really familiar with what a hold is, or
Yeah, come on over.
it's a book that I was trying to donate, and the library staff had rejected it.
Let me see here. I would recommend head upstairs to the reference desk and see if the book's there.
Okay.
I thought you meant like a book that we had in the collection, so that's why I meant the whole shelf.
Right. Well, I brought the book to this desk yesterday in an attempt to donate it, and Donna, our man, said that she would see if staff would allow it to be donated to the collection.
Do you want me to page her so you can speak with her?
Say what?
Do you want me to page her so that you can speak with her?
If she's here, sure. Or
Let's see. She's on project. Okay. Let's see. And your name, sir?
my name is Adam.
Hey, Donna. This is Leah. I have Adam here who's doing the book listing. He's here. I don't know where the book's at. Would you be willing to speak with him? Is he available? Okay, so let me go ahead and get him already then. Okay. Hey, Donna. If you get a chance, can you have him step on down the front desk? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, so, Luke will come down and he will speak with you regarding the book. And just told him it was here for you.
Okay.
So he'll be down. to discuss with you.
Okay. Thanks for grabbing this for me. So this is the book I was trying to donate. Here's the book I was trying to donate to the banned book display. But they've decided it does not meet the selection criteria to be added to the collection at Durango Public Library, and now it's going to be banned unless you go through interlibrary loan. Can you tell me why staff is saying this book doesn't meet selection criteria?
You'll have to talk to Don about the criteria. I'm not a selector.
Okay. Are you a selector, ma'am?
No, just a regular worker to be speaking with a selector or a librarian.
Okay. Hello, Luke.
Hi, you had a question?
Well, I got my book back. My name's Adam.
Yes.
So I've been talking to you about this book, The Real Anthony Fauci, and understand you don't want to add it to the banned book collection here. I think that's a questionable move, considering you're not willing to explain why the book isn't allowed here at the facility, even though you say people can obtain it through an interlibrary loan.
Or through Hoopla digitally, yeah. It's available 24/7, 365 currently on Hoopla. So anyone who has a library card can still check it out there. It just doesn't fit our selection criteria for inclusion, for purchase, same criteria for donations. So we're not going to be including this specific item. And we don't talk about specific items that we don't include because there's tens of thousands that we don't include every month. And so frankly, that could easily be weaponized against the library where they have to explain every single title they don't purchase with specific examples. And this one just doesn't fit our criteria.
And how about these books here? Can you explain why these do fit the criteria of a banned book, or how they fit the criteria of being allowed in the collection here?
Yeah, so each one of these was selected by different selectors, and that would be based on reviews. That would be based on awards won. That would be based on all our different criteria. It's never based on viewpoint or the author. That's not a reason for inclusion. That's not a reason for exclusion. All of these have been challenged or removed from other school or public libraries nationwide. That's why they're on the list.
So they have to be selected by a different organization to be included on the banned book weeks list here and displayed?
Yeah, we get that. That's something that people respond to the ALA's offers of information freedom, and so they have large archives of challenges and successful removals, and so that's why those things are on lists every year, and so that's what makes up the banned book list.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're missing some transparency about where the selection criteria and determining which books are banned or not.
That could be accurate in that, we can't be transparent about everything, in that sense that it would be crippling to our work that we would have to explain every single title we don't select, and so we don't do that currently, and I don't think you'll find many libraries that do, and it's one of those things that we have to allow our selectors to have their professional judgment to be able to use it. And sometimes items are selected and sometimes they aren't.
Uh-huh.
Again, that item's available right now on Hoopla, so it's certainly not banned. And it certainly had nothing to do with the viewpoint of the author or the viewpoints expressed in the book that it wasn't selected.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So is there a lack of shelf space here for books that the community wants to see on the shelves?
You know, community wanting to see it is not the only criteria we select for. So sometimes it just doesn't meet our other criteria. And so sometimes popular books are not selected because they don't meet our full criteria or enough criteria for selection. And I will say multiple selectors have reviewed that book and found it doesn't fit our criteria. You can find it at other libraries, you can find it on Hoopla, so certainly not worth we're hiding it or rejecting people's access to it. It's just not going to be one of our books.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this is the book right here that they're not allowing on the shelves here at Durango Public Library, and they're not willing to explain why it's not allowed here. This is a very prominent best-selling author here. This guy is the author is a presidential candidate, so it's highly unusual that that Luke is not, and the staff are not allowing this book to exist on the shelves of Durango Public Library. And I think most people will understand, really what's going on when they see this video. So thanks for coming down and explaining that.
Absolutely.
Where's all the empty shelf space?
There's, it's funny about shelf space. It really depends on which part of the nonfiction collection you're looking at any one given time. We have to do a lot of weeding and a lot of shifting to keep our shelves looking neat. So it's certainly true that one section is going to be fuller than another on any given month. But again, that wasn't the only criteria we consider. It's one, we can't get everything. We, regardless, and I'm sorry we weren't able to get this one book in for you, but I think if you look through our collection, you'll find a very diverse group of viewpoints, very diverse group of authors, and very diverse groups of political ideologies. So I think if you look at that, you can see that that's not the reason this one wasn't selected.
Do you have nonfiction shelf space over here?
Upstairs is nonfiction. You have some nonfiction in our DVDs and audiobooks down here, but all our nonfiction books are going to be upstairs.
Okay. I'm going to go check it out real quick.
Sure thing.
All right, thanks for chatting for a few.
Anytime. Hope you have a great day.
Thanks, and you. Nonfiction. Okay, so here's the shelf space where the real Anthony Fauci is not allowed to live because it doesn't meet the selection criteria. Some shelf space there. You can see tons of shelf space where it could live. More shelf space. There's tons of shelf space. As you can see, there's a ton of shelf space, right? No secret there, huh? There's no secret what's going on. So as you can see, there's plenty of shelf space at Durango Public Library for this book that's banned, except for they don't call it banned. They call it, it doesn't meet the selection criteria. That's what they call it. It doesn't meet the selection criteria. Without any specific explanation. So yeah, it's banned book week. But this book is not allowed here.
And is that the card that you
Banned
checked out
books.
on?
Here's the number one banned book at Durango Public Library.
Why is it banned?
They say it does not meet the selection criteria.
And the selection criteria are?
All right.
Well, I don't have it memorized, but that's about as specific as they're willing to get with me about why this book is banned here.
Wish I knew the book.
This is the number one.
Oh,
banned
Robert
book.
Kennedy, okay. The real Anthony.
I'm sorry, this is
Huh? I'd love to read it.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people would. You should put in a request for it and see what they say. You can join the handful of other people that have made requests for this book.
This is wrong.
Exactly.
You know, my daughter works for a consulting firm for hospitals,
Uh-huh.
and her boss
Morgan!
would go
Mommy, recycling some.
to, I want to say Washington,
Uh-huh.
to talk with him and the others that were working with the plague at the time.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And she's the one that I relied on for information.
Uh-huh.
And and I also belong to a book group in Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Daria. It had been in existence 76 years. There was a waiting list to get into the book club.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And that semester, there was an epidemiologist, okay, who has written a page and a half of books, novels, whatever, and was constantly on tour for and being requested as a speaker during this time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we went from the Black Plague all the way through the different, HIV, everything,
Uh-huh.
and I believe it, and then also, I have a nephew who grew up here, and he was in charge of COVID up at the University of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the hospital.
Right.
And I depended on him.
Right.
And his wife was head of a department there, and I depended upon her.
Uh-huh.
So I had those four sources. And I don't know what this book says, but I'll bet you.
You betcha what? Do you think we shouldn't have access to this book here?
Oh, you totally should have access to that book. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a matter of how can you know if you don't read?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time. I'll let you go. I got to get going, but thanks for chatting for a few.
Yeah, that totally. Let me write down the title. I'll order it so I can get it.
Uh-huh.
I have a horrible time at this library. I moved from Salt Lake City, and I realize, it's a small town library.
Uh-huh.
But I can't get books here. I've got lists and lists,
Uh-huh.
from friends, groups, current things or whatever. And it just, I'm really, really frustrated. So,
If you do have it, just send it to the next one, but if not, it's off the card. I did.
The real Anthony Fauci.
and I'll ask for their list of criteria. And coming from Salt Lake City, which
Yeah.
had a certain bent on how they chose books.
Uh-huh.
And I lived there 42 years, so going into that culture, I knew where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And I had people from both sides
Yep, up for the whole line right now, and it looks like we have 2 copies,
of the
so
line. And
if the other one gets checked in.
even
before
they
we sign it, we'll have to put it
couldn't agree on which books should be there and which ones shouldn't.
out. My name's Emma.
So they all need to be there.
The real Anthony Fauci.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for your time. Have a good day. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for joining. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. So the selection criteria is used as a means of censoring voices they disagree with. And that's what they use to ban books. And then, you know, like I said before, we had you know, a bunch of people request this book, but were rejected. Anyways, I gotta go. Thanks for joining.